name is Jen Monson, and I am a choir education major, which means I'll be teaching choir in high school, hopefully. And here's my philosophy slash metaphor. Um, so, my philosophy is that anybody can learn anything and accomplish anything as long as they have the tools and the mechanisms necessary for the task to be performed. So what I'm going to compare this metaphor to is the voice. So, in order for someone to sing, you need voice box, you need neck muscles, you need your lungs, your diaphragm, you need your larynx, everything like that. So if you have all of those, and if you also have ears to hear yourself sing, and if you have a brain to think, and you have eyes to sight read, and if you have all these things necessary to accomplish the task of singing, then you should be able to be successful with enough practice, might I add, enough practice and enough, I guess, help and aid from the teacher and others who are knowledgeable in that area. The only drawback I can think of is if someone is tone deaf. So I believe, with practice, I believe someone who is perhaps usually a little bit flat, or a little bit sharp, or a little bit pitchy, I believe with practice over time they can refine their skills and be able to be more on pitch and sing better. However, if you're tone deaf and can't hear in one note from another, then you probably shouldn't consider singing, because I don't believe that tone deafness can be fixed. So, in that case, you can still do music. You can become a percussionist and focus on rhythm, because that doesn't require hearing one note from another. You could, conduct still. So that's that. And I don't know if this is the information you're looking for, but one of my teaching methods would be, so let's say perhaps I want to teach my students a C major scale, and I want to write it on the board, and I believe it is distracting when a teacher's trying to explain something and the students are writing it down, that they only hear what you're saying and they occasionally glance up, and that doesn't really help them learn. So what I believe is that I'm just going to tell them not to write anything down until I finish explaining it, and then write it down. So I say, don't write anything down. I'd draw the scale, and I'd be like, okay, now write this down, now that you see me draw it. And I'd explain it, of course, as I'm drawing it. And then afterwards I'd ask for any questions or further explanation of this scale. Also, I plan to teach piano lessons on the side, and something that I feel would be very effective is, let's say every 6 months I have a recital, and every recital I want my student to play 3 pieces based on their skill level. So what I would do is I would pick 2 pieces for them, so perhaps 2 classical pieces that help develop proper coordination of both right and left hand, and things like that. And then the 3rd piece, I would let them pick. So, let's say on days that they don't want to practice the classical piece because perhaps it is boring to them, then they'll practice the piece that they want to play, and they're still developing good skills and such. Maybe not as good as the classical piece, but they're still developing good skills and learning and developing their sight reading and rhythm reading and such by practicing their I'm going to call it the popular piece. And then when time comes for them to learn the classical piece, it should come easier to them because they've already acquired a lot of skills by playing the popular piece, and they can then apply those skills that they've acquired to the classical piece, and it should help them. They might be more reluctant to do so, but that's okay. They'll just have to do it anyway. So, there's my philosophy, there's my metaphor, and there are some teaching methods I would incorporate into my classroom. Thanks!